G'day everyone, welcome back to Wheel Racing. We are here for round 7 of our 9-round championship here at the St. Croissant A layout, which we don't see used too often. It was quite an interesting layout, a very tricky one. So should see some good racing out of our Div 1 guys here. But before we get into that, I would like to welcome my co-commentator here for the night, Adam B.
Hey Dragon, happy to be here once again in the commentary box. Looking forward to a great night of racing from these Div 1 guys.
Absolutely, and we have Herbs on the visuals.
Good evening everyone. I didn't think of anything to say right now, so I just say hello and yeah, take it away Dragon.
Absolutely, and should be very interesting. It's quite a long lap around here, just over 3 minutes, so plenty of chances to make mistakes. I think it's 21 corners, and a lot of kind of switchbacks, left followed by rights. There's 90-degree corners, and you know, it can be quite tricky, quite taxing on the tyres. Very interested to see how they go. So I'll let them know that they are good to head out on the track to start their qualifying runs. The cluster of cars emerge from each other. And we will begin our quick run through the field and introduce you to all of the regulars that you should have come to know by now. Leading around the field at the moment in that GT500 Nissan is Tate, and following Tate from Shake and Bake is Tombo and that McLaren.
Yeah, I'm following Tombo in the Damn Racing BRZ is Dale Teeks in third, and following him is Ando787 in the Shake and Bake McLaren.
Yeah, not too far behind them we have DJ Stefko in the Waifu Yeetle. Love seeing that thing represented up here in Div 1, and not too far behind we have Pure Axle in that privateer entry Corvette.
Yeah, right behind Pure Axle is Captain Lowside in the 13R Auto Sports Jaguar, and behind him is our Div 1 leader Apex Humper in the Dan WRX.
Not too far behind Apex we have Fixer Chris in that BMW M6 from Team Scuderia Crotofoglio, and not too far behind him we have Scooter in that Mitsubishi in the L-Plan entry.
Yeah, not too far away we have KZ in the BMW Z4 from Scuderia Quadrifoglio, and lastly we've got the Damn Team owner Zuzu in the BRZ.
Yeah, Zu's had a good amount of success since taking over from Dale Teeks as the leader of Damn Racing, and well, they've got Apex on their side, so he's been carrying that team through. I think they're currently sitting about 5th in the team's championship, so some work to do, but I'm sure they can do it if they nail the strategy here tonight. Those Subarus are looking good for the strategy. The front of the field's starting to look a little busy as well as everyone's approaching the bridge here.
Yeah, it is. They might want to slow down a bit and find some space. I mean, we've got a few teammates in here tonight who may work together. There's quite a few good opportunities to get a good bump draft down here.
Yeah, they're all a lot closer than I would expect. I thought we'd see a couple of guys spread out more, just in case they got held up by the guys ahead, but I guess some cars such as, well, I was going to say such as the BRZ would want to sit behind. He's actually just gone around the outside of Tate on the outlap, so showing the strength of the BRZ there.
Tombo collected Tate as Tate got off the gas to let them through. Luckily no damage on Tombo's car.
Looks like we are getting a little busy towards that part of the track now as everyone is on the run down to the final corner of the lap. Oh, Dale takes plenty of wall there. That's not a good way to start your lap, unfortunately.
Yeah, behind Dale we've got Tombo and Ando in the Shake and Bake McLarens. Teammates looking to work together.
Oh, Ando looks to have a bit of a wide line. Tombo's flirting with the grass as well, so Everyone really pushing the cars to the maximum as they try to get everything out of this lap here. We've seen Dale into the wall, Tombo onto the grass. They're really floating with these track limits here, and I think I see GJ Stefko right up behind those two McLarens as well, so hoping he's not going to get held up and get a nice quick lap in here as well.
Yeah, and behind DJ very close is Tate in the CP Motorsports Skyline.
Yeah, he's managed to tuck in. He's going to have a little bit of slipstream from Stefko. I think Tate might be in a good spot. That double slip from Ando up ahead as well. So definitely going to help some of the guys with less top end speed along the very long straights that this track has a couple of. And probably one of the trickiest corners I would say on the track right here. This right-hander is quite deceiving, and many times I got on the power too early and just drifted a slight bit wide and really catch you out, and then following that you have a really long sweeping corner with a little bunny hop in the middle just to make it a little bit more difficult as well.
Yeah, that bunny hop can really throw you off and send you running a little bit wide to the left there. As we see DJ giving a bump to Ando, going down that little back straight.
Quickly through the chicane, it definitely looks like Stefko's going to be held up here throughout his lap, but maybe thinking overall with the slipstream from the two cars ahead, he's going to be able to get a better time than a solo lap. Nicely onto the bridge. Quite a tricky entry onto the bridge, as we see from the other layouts as well. Rear bump right in the middle of the entry there can really throw off the cars.
Yeah, we've the last few seasons we've been turning right onto that bridge, and this layout we're turning left onto it. So
yeah, and right off of it as well, which I know. Ando with a 2-second penalty there off the bridge. Gets out of the way of Stefko and Tate. He's hard on the anchors to let everyone around the outside not to impede.
He's just stopped. He should have kept going to the burn zone.
We'll jump up the top of the field with Dale here as he approaches the final corner in the Sky Paw Patrol VRC. Looking late on the brakes, nicely through the apex, gets a nice run, a little bit of contact with the wall, but looked to hold plenty of momentum still. And as he approaches the line, he's got a 304.4. I'd expect to see a little faster out of that. There we go, Scooter Pure Axle with a 4.2, Fix-It Chris with a 3.2, much quicker than everyone else so far in that BMW. Oh, Tate's on the grass there as well, so
Apex just about to cross the line now.
Where's he gone? He's gone top.
Yes, 302.9, 3/10 quicker than Fix-It Chris.
Yeah, and a full second and a bit above Pure Axle and the rest of the field, really. So it looks like Tate's pulled out of his lap as I've seen Fix-It Chris go by him, following the captain. So Pure Axle currently sitting in third with a 304.2. Scooter sitting in fourth with a 304.26, so about 200ths of a second behind. And that 4.4 that we saw out of Dale, good enough for 5th place so far.
Yeah, Fix-It Chris is probably just, as I say that, captain goes off in the sand. I was going to say he was in the slip. Now that's no more.
Yeah, unlucky there for captain. He's sitting 6th, so not too bad, but there goes one of his flyers, unfortunately, and that timer comes up pretty quickly towards the end. You only get about 3 laps, and Pure Axle has left the room.
Yeah, that looked like a disconnect, unfortunately, so hopefully he can get back in, although I believe he will, if he can get back in, he'll start from the back, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, at least being in the race is part of it, so I'm sure he'd love to actually make the race. He's got about, I'd say probably about 2 minutes to get back in, so he's got a little bit of time. I did speak to him just before the race, and he said that he does have some connection issues on race day for some reason. It just always kind of pops up again. So Where are we looking? Currently in 4th, Dale Seeks has managed to pick up a penalty, so his second flying lap will not count. I believe the next car on track was Tombo, followed by DJ Stefko down in 7th and 8th at the moment. As they come around, very tricky, long sweeping right-hander here. Very easy to get wrong and run wide, mess up your corner, mess up your entry into this next left-hander. Looks like they've done really well to get through that. Stefko really benefiting from the slipstream as they have the run up to the last corner here as well. Rounding that final corner nicely, getting all the way out there to wall. Oh, it's a big hit on the wall for Tombo. Let's see what was said there.
If we just jump down in 10th, we've got Ando coming around the almost at the last corner here. He's the only one that hasn't set a flying lap, so we'll see what he can pull out.
Oh, he's taking a bit of wall with him, but let's see how he goes.
Across the line.
6-0. That's a rough one there.
Not a great lap, but yeah, down there in 9th position at the moment.
Hoping Pure Axel has enough time to get his tune in. He has let us know that if he does disconnect from the race, he has been having connection issues. Unfortunately for him, he will lose. I believe he was sitting in about 3rd or 4th, somewhere in the top 5. I know that much, but he'll have to start from the back row, unfortunately.
Tate's had a bad spin.
I think everyone's just waiting on Pure Axel to make sure he's got his tune set. Fixer Chris giving him a little bit more time. We've got the okay from Pure Axel, so the countdown should be on any minute now. And we should be away. Okay. Everyone looks like Dale at the front of the field at the moment, trying to get every bit of practice in he possibly can as well. Still full sending it through the lap to get some practice in. Here we go. Apex Humper on pole position, followed by Chris Scooter taking up 3rd, and Dale on the outside of the 2nd row. Here we go. We do have our false start back as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Everyone hits the limiter, bit of a long hold, some people slow off the line. I think I saw Zoo a bit slow off the line there. Good launch from everyone in the top 5. The captain coming out like a rocket ship. That Jag gets off the line very nicely, and up into 2nd he goes. Does have Scooter up his inside. He's taken a bit of grass through turn 1, but managed it nicely. Scooter's got his nose in front as we approach turn 2.
Yeah, Captain's going to have the inside here, this left-hander though, so should be right, unless Scooter can hold it around the outside.
Double
like
left-hander as well. Oh, and Captain's taken that spot very nicely as everyone tucks in their nose to tail throughout the field. I think I see back in 8th place, Stefko up the inside at Tate through here. Oh, they're side by side. Ooh, Stefko catches a bit of a slide. Pure Axel slips up the inside. Tate getting very loose on corner exit there as well. Could come under threat from Ando there out of 11th. Pure Axel's done well to make up 3 spots already as well. Having a look back up towards the front of the field, Apex Humper 1.3 seconds clear, and the captain train is there and everyone is aboard that.
Yeah, Fixer Chris had a tough start there. He was down there in 2nd, now he's in 4th, although he's looking to take 3rd from Scoot 82 here. He's side by side.
Does he have any slipstream help from the captain? I can't quite see who's getting that one. I'm not able to change view, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm on that same boat, Dragon, but Chris has gone past him, so Chris now up into 3rd position.
Nicely done by Fixer Chris. We saw him put a cracking time in, only a couple of tenths slower than Apex and quite a way faster than the rest of the field, so he will be looking to get past the captain very quickly. So everyone makes it through that. Oh, chaos in the background. Oh, Stefko's gone around.
Yeah, that year, unfortunately.
There was impact with Tate, I think I saw there. Stefko's gone around. He's got a quick recovery. He's only 3 seconds behind Zoo, so he's gotten going again nicely, but that's not going to help. So unfortunately, no camera control from any of our broadcast team. We're going to be stuck with the TV camera that GT7 provides us, so apologies for that for everyone watching at home, but some of the beautiful angles we get from the TV camera are still good to work with. So Apex already out to a 2.2 second lead, and it's not even the end of the first lap yet, and the captain train's still in full force. I think Pure Axel is right on the rear of that now, up into 7th from 12th place.
Yeah, great opening lap there from Pure Axel, who unfortunately disconnected, so he did set a fairly good qualifying time, but then had to start from the back, so good recovery from him.
Yeah, now it all comes into what strategy are you playing. So I'm sure we'll see a no-stopper out of Apex. I feel that's probably his optimal strategy, especially with the gap he's putting on the field and the fuel saving at that WRX. I don't know if it's possible out of the Jag to keep this pace and no-stop it for Captain. So it's definitely going to be a big ask for him. Oh, KZ out onto the grass. He's flirting with it, and he's got Dale right behind him. Dale's showing some great pace. He kicks up some dirt on the entry to this corner, though. It's good to see Dale emerge out of the rear end of the mid-pack, and now he's put himself in a good position to get some good points. I know he's put some time in this week as well, so...
Yeah, so a slow start to the season for Dale, but he's really showing his pace in the later rounds of Season 10.
Yeah, most definitely. He does have Pure Axel to deal with as well at the moment, who's just half a second behind, so it's never really that safe when you've got Pure Axel behind you. He's great at making the late dive, Danny Ricciardo style.
You've got Ando coming under fire from Zoo, and DJ Stefko's caught up to the back of that pack now.
Yeah, that's good pace out of Stefko. He's made up a 3 second gap that it was there already, but it just looks like the McLarens don't have the pace, unfortunately. The McLovin in the Group 4's come back to the McSlowan for the Group 3, unfortunately.
Yeah, they've had some good rounds as Suzu looks up the inside of Ando here. Ando just closes the door on Zoo. So Ando's still in front of Zoo, although Zoo may look for an overtake here. No. So
it's very tricky very tricky for Zoo because Ando has the slipstream of Tombo ahead. So good defending tool there. Zoo does pull out and have a little bit of a look, but not able to do much about it. Having a look back up through the field, Captain Lowside in third has got a break away from Scooter, 1.3 seconds to get back to Scooter, who is now leading KZ and Dale around. Oh, Captain does go a little wide into the dirt. Very tricky corner, that one, if he carried just a little bit too much speed. That KZ going for the overtake on Scooter as we approach the final turn as well. He's done it before the braking zone. Beautiful move out of KZ there in that Z4. Oh, Dale's clouded the wall again. He's getting pretty good at that. Scooter not looking to get by KZ here as well, from what I can see. Going to push on and maybe make up that gap to Captain.
So I'm not sure if Captain had an issue on that last lap, because I believe he was in front of Chris, and then Chris has passed him, and Chris with a 2 second lead on Captain.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think we might have seen Chris get by him, but I think Captain was still within touching distance. Regardless, he's lost quite a bit of pace to Chris, unfortunately. having a look, it does look like we've got a little bit of a hot battle going on. Dale and Scooter. Dale, Scooter's wide into the grass. Scooter is going to fall back to 8th place now. Dale goes on through, as does Pure Axel, and Tate slips on by in the Nissan as well. So unfortunate for Scooter, he's got some ground to make up now.
Yeah, that excursion's cost Scooter quite a few positions, but it has released KZ. Dale's still got a mirror full of Pure Axel there in 5th and 6th.
Oh, Tate's wide again in the background. I see him taking some grass. It's not the best way through there. It impacts your performance the whole way through this sweeping corner here.
Oh, down there in 10th, we've got DJ making a move on Tombo.
Oh, getting a bit squirrely on the inside there as well as he took a bit of curb.
Tombo running very wide there.
It looks like Zoo's trying to make the best of this situation as well. He's side by side with Ando. Tombo moves across to give Ando the slipstream. It could come under fire from that BRZ into the braking zone here as well. Oh, Ando late on the brakes to try and hold the spot, but Zeus sweeps across and takes 11th place away. So, Stefko looks to have some really good pace here. I think we could see him rejoin the pack from 8th and above if he keeps his head down like this.
Yeah, after that excursion on lap 1, he's doing a fantastic job here. Yeah, he's really showing a lot of pace in that Yeadle.
Most definitely. I'm just keeping my eye on Zoo here. I know he'll be keen to get by Tombo at some point. He's just kind of got to get his head down a little. He's done a 7.7 last time around, has Zoo, which is quite a ways off the pace, unfortunately. So I do think he will be no stopping. I'm not sure which cars around him will be stopping. Just have a quick look through the fuel use. Casey and Dale have plenty of fuel. Captain probably has the least out of the top 5, with Apex and Chris being quite close on fuel as well, so I'm still not quite sure what they're going to decide to do, but they've still got plenty of fuel to have either strategy be an option so far. And it looks like Tate he's about 2 seconds behind Pure Axel now, so dropping off the back of that pack. He's run wide again, taking a bit of grass through turn 1. And Scooter 1.4 seconds behind Tate now, so...
Oh, and Captain, something's happened with Captain because he's behind Dale.
And KZ, so yeah,
KZ,
he's definitely made an oopsie at some point. But he's still in the fight, luckily. I do think the 2 cars ahead of him might be no stopping, unfortunately. But Dale did say he had his doubts about the strategy shortly before this race, so it's still up in the air, really. I have no idea what strategies we're going to see. We saw, I think, everyone go for the one stopper in Div 2. So it's a nice little battle for third that we have going here, though.
Yeah, so we've got 2 tyres available this race weekend with the medium and hard tyre, with the medium being compulsory, so it looks like everyone is on the medium tyre. So will anyone stop for hards?
I think we'll be seeing a majority of people, if they do stop, go for another set of mediums. Personally, I found that the hard tyres were quicker overall over a 5-lap run than it was on the mediums, but these guys up here in Div 1 have got a whole new kind of tyre saving that I haven't even discovered yet, so I think it's called a wheel, but
yeah, we do know the wheel is a bit of an advantage over a controller, which is unfortunate for controller users.
A little bit, but you still got to work with what you got, so can still make it happen. It just usually means that if there's a more aggressive strategy, then that's the one I'm going to take on the controller, whereas the wheel guys can try and play the long game. So we saw, Captain very sideways, my goodness. I was about to say, we've seen Pure Axel run up through the field and kind of get stuck behind this pack, but Captain got very loose and through Pure Axel goes up into the top 5 from 12th. So that's a great effort out of Pure Axel so far, showing a return to form in that Corvette. And just up above, Dale and KZ were almost side by side as well. So third place not settled yet either.
Yeah, the tyre wear on Dale's. Oh, Dale gets very slow as KZ jumps into the pits. Captain follows him.
Yep, so I think KZ was a bit slow trying to get across to the pit entry without crossing the line, and Dale might have rear-ended him there, so... see how this goes. So that's 4 laps out of KZ and the captain. We also have Stefko and Ando in the pits as well. KZ has come out of the pits about 2.5 seconds behind Tombo, who is yet to stop. Oh, Tate has had a big mistake happen there and has just lost a place to Scooter as well in 5th and 6th. So that 5th lap on the mediums really starts to test you. You start, pushing through the grip of the tyre and understeering, and it's very easy to push onto the dirt or into the gravel or anything like that through this track with the way the corners are, and you got to get on the power so early to get the good exit that you don't really know until you're right on the edge of the track if you're going to go or not. So I think we're seeing Tate, who I believe is on a controller, really start to suffer on lap 5 on the medium tyres.
Yeah, I think we'll see Zoo catch him quite quickly as his tyre wear is considerably better than Tate's.
Yep, and I think that battle for 8th is about to be quite interesting. KZ on some fresh rubber taking time out of Tombo as we are on the big run down to the chicane here. I don't think there's much Tombo can do to defend this one. I gotta say, something about that Z4, the way the engine sounds doesn't sound right to me, but that could just be a personal thing. I feel like Gran Turismo never done the Z4 justice with the engine sound. Having a look back in 10th as well, Stefko and the captain are quite close together. Stefko having a look up the inside of the hairpin. Captain trying to hold it around the outside as they're on the run up to the bridge, still side by side. The captain in front, sweeps across the nose of Stefko, holds on to that 10th position nicely.
Looks like DJ might have the run here. Is he going to make a move down to the straight?
You're not giving me the best camera angles to be able to see.
Nah,
it looks like he's just
sitting there, yeah.
Not much able to happen there out of Stefko, so he's tucked in for now. We'll see how he goes. The captain looked to get a little loose out of the chicane there at the end of the bridge, though. 6 seconds the gap that he has to make up to Tombo, who we haven't seen stop yet, but if there is anyone still to stop, we'll see him come in at the end of this lap. So Apex continues on and Chris comes in.
Yeah.
Dale will continue on as well, so he's decided on that no stop. I believe Chris has enough fuel to get home. No, he's got to put a splash in. So similar to the Supra in Div 2, had to add about 6 litres, and he's lost that spot to Zuzu, who I'm sure he won't be too hard tasked to get by Zoo on 5 volt mediums, but could play interference and buy Dale some time now, who's got about another 10 seconds up the road from Fixer Chris to work with.
Yeah, so you're right in saying that. Looks like Dale doing the no stop, and at the moment it's working for him.
Yep, so I believe at this point we can confirm the top 3, all of the damn racing drivers going for the no stop strategy. So definitely a strength of the Subaru around here. But seeing the little BRZ be chased down by that massive M6 of Fixer Chris is actually quite comical. It actually just looks massive compared to the little Subaru.
Yeah, she's a big girl, that M6.
Most definitely. We'll see if we can get a good shot of it as they come down the big straight. Oh, Zu's off! Well, there goes my cool camera shot of the M6 chasing down the BRZ, but through goes Fixer Chris. And now Zu has some dirty tyres to deal with. Oh, he just barely drops a tyre into the gravel, and now 1.5 seconds the gap to KZ.
Yeah, KZ on that fresher rubber.
Captain's off the track as well. Sorry, I'm just flicking through the field. Captain running out into the gravel, not happy, doing the little angry swerves. Scooter's got by him, and he's lost time to Stefko up ahead as well. So plenty of action happening throughout the field. It's kind of hard to know where to look. I guess we could go back up to that battle for 4th position with KZ now within about 7/10 of Zu as they come across the bridge here. I think for Zuzu here, you want to I think the aim would be about 7th. You want to finish above 7th, I would say. He's got about 4.5, 5 seconds to Pure Axel, and then about another 4 seconds back to Stefko. So I don't know how hard you want to fight KC here, but it could cost you massive overall if he does. Two very high racing IQ though, so I don't think we'll see too much of a fight come out of him here unless he's going to defend for his teammates up ahead.
Or if KZ puts a really tight in the grass and gets a bit sideways under the brakes. But yeah, you're right, Zuzu's got a high racing IQ, so I don't think he'll fight too much.
The BRZ looks like it's got a little bit of pull coming down the straights though. It's not a slouch, or as much of a slouch as they make it out to be. KZ is right there though, under half a second, below 3/10, under a quarter of a second now as they approach turn 1. He's not going to go for the move though, he's going to be patient. Oh, he's dropping a tyre onto the dirt on the exit again though, given everything that little Z4's got.
Yeah, Pure Axel will be loving this. He'll be able to see them up ahead, and he's hoping. Oh no, Zu goes.
He's let him through. He pulled aside and he's got a big old slide. Oh, there goes the slipstream that he probably wanted for a bit of help, unfortunately, but still crack on best you can. These last 3 laps are absolute pain on the medium tyres here. But now...
Maybe not the best place to let him pass because he's lost quite a lot of time to Pure Axel now. Pure Axel only 1.4 seconds, 1.3 seconds away from Zuzu.
Yeah, an update on the gap for second as well. Fixer Chris has managed to get that down to 4.4 seconds to Dale.
Zuzu's doing donuts.
Who is... oh no. There goes Stefko. There goes Pure Axel. Here comes Scooter as well. Like I was saying, these last couple of laps on the medium tyre, they are stretched well beyond their use. They are well gone. They're not the medium tyres of GT Sport, where you could run on them for a fair bit. They're very similar to the soft tyre of Gran Turismo 7, where you probably get, I felt for myself, maybe 3 really good laps out of the mediums around here. Could kind of stretch it to 4. 4 would be still decent pace if low fuel or something like that, but anything more than 4 laps on them medium tyres was too much for myself.
Unless you're an alien like Apex Umpo, who's out there in the front, he hasn't stopped and he's got a 13-second lead.
Yeah, look, there's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. He is no stopping and doing faster times than a majority of the field who have stopped, so while he is 4 seconds off his fastest lap as he comes through the final sector timing marker, that best time is a 3:02.4, so that's a ridiculous time, and he's still in the 3:06s. Meanwhile, Fixer Chris, who is looking to chase him down, is only in the 3:03s. The last couple of laps he's been about in the 3s. I'd expect to see him in the 2s on low fuel, honestly. We'll see how he goes across the line this time around. Only 2 seconds up to Dale, though, this time. As he crosses the line, a 1.444. That's much more what I'd like to see out of Fixer Chris. The terms of speed I'd expect to see out of him. But unfortunately, even if he is lapping 5 seconds a lap quicker for these last 2 laps, he is still going to come up short of Apex Humper. So he's got a massive task ahead if he wants a win, but that second place is well within reach.
Yeah, definitely second place. I mean, first place is also there. If you can do 5 seconds a lap quicker than Apex, and Apex just makes a small mistake on those very warm medium tyres, it's definitely on for Chris here if he can keep that pace of a 3:01.
Yeah, he's going to have to get by Dale very quickly if he hopes to do that, though. And I don't know how much strategy Dale's going to play here. Not quite sure if he knows the gap of 8 seconds back to KZ, if he wants to try and fight Chris and hold second, or let him through and hope for a podium. So KZ last time by was a 3:04.6, opposed to Dale's last time around a 3:06.4, so about 2 seconds a lap difference between those two. With 8 seconds, Dale should be okay. It's just whether he decides to fight with Fixer Chris here. Or if he can even fight with Fixer Chris, as I finally get my shot of that M6 alongside the BRZ. Absolutely dwarfing it. It looks like a Miata almost, the little MX-5. Just nothing Dale can do about that one. Chris pulls through the chicane nicely, and the chase is on. 12 seconds to ask of him now, with a lap and a half to do so.
It's a big ask, but as I said, just needs a small mistake from Apex on those worn tyres. And
I just jumped on board with Zoo, and he was about 2 seconds off the back of Tombo and last, and he's put it into the gravel again, unfortunately. So Zoo not having the best day out at the moment. Ando in 10th has put it into the wall as well.
Oh, and he's around. He's going to kill his teammate.
Oh my goodness.
That was close.
That was very close. I think Ando might have just chucked it into auto drive to get out of the wall, unless he put his hazards on and then decided to reverse. But I know the hazards come on when you hit pause, so might have been that. Having a look through the field, who do we have? We have DJ Stefko with an 8/10 lead over Scooter 82, who is looking quite rapid in that Mitsubishi. Using every bit of track available, coming through that very long sweeping right-hander. Nicely through the left, that gap out to about a second now, though.
Yeah, DJ with a brilliant recovery drive from the spin in lap 1 down there in 6th position. He'll want to hold on to that.
Absolutely, want to do the Yeetle proud. And just ahead of them, Pure Axle has gotten within a second of KZ. So come the end of the lap, they could be quite close together as well. A couple of little battles starting to form as we come towards the final lap here. It would be a mega drive from Pure Axle, 12th up to 4th through Div 1. Even 12th up to 5th is still an incredible effort, but I'm sure he will not want to be settling there.
Yeah, Pure Axle's tyres are a little bit better than KZ, so he's got the advantage here.
Yeah, and a quick update at the front of the field. With about 2 minutes of the lap to go, that gap is at 7.7 seconds, so he's taken 3 seconds out of him in the first minute of this 3-minute lap. I don't think he's going to get there, but one mistake, as you keep saying there, Adam, is all it can take here, and Chris will be right there with him. Now under 7 seconds as the time falls away anytime they come through a corner. Apex's last lap was a 3:08.0, with Chris setting a 3:02.9. As their mediums start to fall off for Chris, the shine comes off him, and Apex's are very well worn. Down to about 6 seconds now. I still think it's very much asking. Back to that battle for 4th place. Pure Axel has gotten right up with KZ now.
Yeah, KZ covering the inside around this sharp corner.
Holding off on the approach to the bridge. It's going to be quite hard to defend across the bridge though, and both cars looking quite low on fuel, so really flirting with that. Big thing to take into account here, KZ stopped at the end of 4, Pure Axel stopped at the end of 5, so 1 lap fresher medium tyres can make all the difference here. He's barely holding on to it. Going to ask all the grip of the tyres as he comes through this right-hander. As we just get ready to jump up with Apex Humper once again. It's that gap's come down a lot more than I thought it would, I'll be honest. 3.5 seconds the gap to Fixer Chris as he rounds the final corner. He's going to take race 1 for the night pretty dominantly. He's used all of those rear tyres. Fixer Chris making the 1-stop work for 2nd. Dale making that no-stop happen to claim a podium position. Awesome job there from Dale. KZ is just going to hold off Pure Axel here for 4th and 5th. DJ Stefko rounds the final corner to claim 6th place. Just behind him, Scooter 82, not able to make that gap happen. Comes home in 7th. The captain will claim 8th. I see Tate back there making the run to the line for 9th place. We have a little bit of gap back to Tombo. Those McLarens look like they're having an absolute horrid time, unfortunately. It's unlucky for the shake and bake guys. Tombo going to take 10th with a nice little flick across the line. Ando has nosed it into the wall in the last corner for good measure.
Yeah, tough night for the McLarens.
And Zoo, he's facing the wrong way, is Zoo, unfortunately. He's reversed it back into the wall. Zoo not having the best of times on that no-stopper, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zoo not able to match his teammate in Dale or Teeks with the no-stopper there.
Yeah, unfortunate. He's just a couple of mistakes, having a rough old time as Zoo, and I'm sure he'll be reaching into the filing cabinet for a beverage or two at this point. But finishes it out. You can see he's had an absolute nightmare. His last 3 laps, a 3:15, a 3:39, and a 3:40. So very unlucky there for Zoo, but big congratulations to Apex, Fixer Chris, and Dale Teeks on the podium. And seeing that both strategies are viable, with only 3 seconds the difference between Apex and Chris there.
Yeah, interesting there. Chris almost chasing Apex down, but Apex making that one-stopper work. The no-stopper work. So congratulations to Apex, Chris, and Dale Teeks, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, very good job from those guys.
Also, a shout out to Pure Axel and DJ Stefko, both having great drives after having their various issues.
Yeah, I'm not sure about you guys. I've only got a black screen instead of being able to see the sights of St. Croix. I'm not quite sure if it's happening to everyone or just myself. You can see.
While you try and sort that out, do we want to jump to some commercial breaks from our sponsors, Herbs?
you own a business needing new equipment? Or perhaps you're wanting a good set of wheels for that shiny new bike licence? Maybe you're after that well-earned boat for retirement. Or you desperately need a new car or caravan for those family getaways? Get in touch with Jade Finance today.
And thank you to our sponsors, Jade Finance Australia, the Plant Styling Company, and AMS Excavations, who you just saw some commercials from. We also like to thank BQS Group. The BQS Group is an integral provider of transport and logistics solutions Australia-wide. Since 2003, the team at BQS has been customising solutions for their broad range of clients and partners. You can find out more at bqs.com.au. We'd also like to thank Brisbane Insurance Brokers. Brisbane Insurance Brokers have been recognised as the best in commercial and industrial insurance. They can help with all manner of general insurance needs, including your personal insurance for your home or car. Find out more at brisbaneinsurancebrokers.com.au. So once again, thank you to all our sponsors and Jade Finance Australia for being our major sponsor until the end of the year. Without
Absolutely.
you guys, we wouldn't be able to be on track week in, week out. So thanks to you guys.
And a big shout out to everyone that makes this racing league happen behind the scenes as well. All the admins, the stewards, the guys who make the streams happen, and data entry. Anyone who puts in extra time to make Wheel to Wheel what it is. A massive thank you to you as well.
Yeah, at Wheel to Wheel, we've got a very tight community, and we all chip in to get these races up online and streamed live. If you'd like to join us, you can head to our Facebook page, find the Join Now button. That will take you to our Discord, where you can sign up and join in the fun here at Wheel to Wheel Racing.
Absolutely, it's great fun and a great community of people. I will let everyone know here that the pit lane is open and they're good to go for their one-shot quali this time around. So not enough time to get a second hot lap in, barely enough time to get your one fast lap in. So you get an out lap and you get a hot lap, and that is all. And I have camera controls again after my little oopsie there and having to join back in the lobby, so that's lovely as well.
Ooh, yeah.
I think I already see someone spinning at the back of the field there. It was Fixer Chris, actually, down in 12th now.
Suzu's already got a 2-second penalty, although he'll burn that before his flying lap.
Yeah, burn that one just before the final corner, luckily. And it looks like a bit of chaos all over at the moment. I jumped up on board with our guy currently leading the field around, Captain, and he was in the dirt as well. So a little bit of chaos happening on the outlap here. Very interested to see who can perform under this one-shot qualifying as well.
Yeah, so a little bit more pressure on the guys to get it right one time around.
It's, I find that one-shot qualifying and our 30-minute qualifyings that we usually have for the Super Enduro have a very similar feel about them, in that you are full concentration for that. You know, if you say in the first qualifying session you have your outlap and then you have 2 shots at it, right? So you make a mistake, oh well, on to the next lap. This one, you got one chance, and in the 30-minute qualifying, anyone can improve at any point, so you want to give it everything. There's definitely a different feeling about those 2 qualifying sessions.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there as well. I love the pressure of the one flying lap for qualifying, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I liked it as well because I managed to put it on pole tonight. So cheeky shout out to myself there, but yeah, it seemed to click quite nicely for myself, and I'm hoping it can for a couple other guys in here tonight as well. Just having a look through, so we've still got Captain leading the field around by quite a ways, to be honest. Behind Captain we have Dale and Scooter not too far apart, and Tombo probably looking for a little bit of slipstream there in fourth. So we'll see how these guys go. Zoo just behind them has that penalty to burn, so Ando is going to be doing a solo lap. No one to help him out there. Zoo
have to wait for everyone to go past him so he doesn't get in anyone's way. Which is good sportsmanship there by Zoo.
As here comes the rest of the field. Fixer Chris and KZ quite close together as well, so maybe some Scuderia teamwork coming out of those two. But how about we jump on board with the Captain low side as he approaches the end of Sector 1 here, and I'll talk everyone through a little bit of a lap. Even though we've missed the first 30 seconds. Coming into this corner here, braking at about the 50, getting as close to the wall as possible. Patient on the power, not to run off the track. It's key everywhere around here. Got to be super patient on the power. Down into third. Again, quite a deceiving corner around here. Looking for a dirt patch on the left here for my braking marker as we come through another right-hander. On the run up to a very long sweeping left. I'm looking for just before the 100-meter board on the right-hand side here. Start of the curbing works too. Very patient, get it tucked into that wall on the power nicely, using all the track available. Using the end of the curb on the left as we approach the next right-hander. Again, probably trickiest corner on the track for me. It tightens up right at the end. A little bit of a break as you tip it into this long sweeping right-hander and get on the power as early as possible. Stay committed over the little bunny hop on the track, and you've got a nice stretch of road to really let the car wind out down towards this chicane. As we approach the chicane, looking for the right-hand side of the track at about the 100-meter board or just before, somewhere along that curbing. Get it turned in nicely, use all the curve on the exit of the chicane, looking for just after the 100-meter board into the hairpin here as well. Down into second, turn it in nice and late apex, power early, a little bit of oversteer from the Captain. Braking at about 60 metres onto the bridge here, be careful of the bump in the middle of the corner, super patient on throttle yet again because it can really get your car unsteady. Really nice run across the bridge. On here I'm looking for a Marshall dressed in orange at about 125 metres out from the corner. Braking right as I hit him. A little late on the brakes there for the Captain, but gets it turned in nicely. It's all about timing through that chicane. He's on the power well as he approaches the very long sweeping right-hander, all the way out to the curb. In the Supra you need a little bit of a lift as you approach the second apex here, as the Captain does, and then you get flat all the way around for the 100-meter board for the left-hander. On that power nice and early. Oh, he's run a little wide onto the grass. He's held it well though. And approaching the final corner, I would brake just before the 100 to give me plenty of room to get on the power early. The 100-meter board works as well. Using all the curb on entry, a little bit on the mid-corner, all the way out to the wall, and you have your run to the start-finish line. A very long lap to talk you around there. But the Captain sets a 3:03.9, which is a good starting time. Whew.
Dale with a 3:03.7 takes provisional pole at the moment. Oh, DJ with a 3:03.2.
Still got a couple of the big guns to come across the line. We've got Apex now. 3-1 barely. Chris with a 2.6. Nicely done.
Yeah, Chris had some tow from Pure Axle.
Right, we've got Zuzu to come around and finish it off. He's already up into a 3:10, so Zoo not having a good one here, unfortunately, and he gets a penalty for his measure, so not going to set a time. Something to take note of. Tate up in fourth, Pure Axle in fifth, so Pure Axle after starting on the back of the grid now up in 5th for the start of this one. We'll see what he can do. Can he contest with the no-stoppers at the front of the field this time around?
And also DJ up in 3rd in the Yeadle. Good to see him up there.
Yeah, I hope he can get that that Yeadle off the line. I know it's a bit rough getting it out of the blocks as our lights are coming on. There's 5. Just waiting for them to go out. Not a very long hold there. We'll see the captain get a really nice start in that Jag. Pulls alongside Dale.
Beautiful start. He's taking the lead already off Chris.
Yeah, we saw Chris have a bit of a rough start last time around as well. Pure Axel and Stefko side by side. Oh, they're very close. Tate and Dale side by side back in the field as well. Pure Axel's going to take 3rd off of Stefko. Everyone looking to settle in. About 10th place is pretty busy. We've got Tombo, Scooter and Zoo 3 wide through turn 2. Contact made with Zoo. Oh, and he's into the wall. Scooter is off as well, nosed into the wall. That's unfortunate for those two. A long race though, so get going again and do the best you can. We'll check back up towards the front of the field, see how everyone's doing. Apex Humper already out to about a half a second lead. Fixer Chris not having a fight through the field as much this time around. Could stick with him. The captain is on the grass in the background as well. Absolute chaos at the start of our race too here.
Yeah, Chris getting another poor start, unfortunately. I don't know if it's just that of the M6. And then we've got Pure Axel up there in 3rd now.
Yep, Stefko went deep into one of the corners there. He's being contested by the captain and by Dale. Tate and as well is out on the grass. Oh, captain barely trying to hold it.
He's sliding.
No.
He's around.
He's lost it there as well, so absolute chaos. Tate's in the dirt. Oh no.
And Tate's doing 360s down the track.
Yeah, he caught the gravel there, unfortunately, and Team Shake and Bake benefiting off a little bit of chaos up into 6th and up into 7th and 8th. Apologies.
There's a lot of carnage here in race 2, lap 1.
Yep, everyone thinking they can do better than last time. I can tell you one person that is happy he's avoided a lot of that this time around. DJ Stefko currently sitting in 4th after a really good recovery last time around. Yeah, it's tricky here. I'm thinking, what would I do if I was in Chris's shoes? Because Apex has played his cards. We've seen how quick that thing can be on the no-stop. So do you try and pass Apex and get a gap so you have less to chase down? Or does Apex decide to, you know, just flip the table and stop and put through a dart into everyone's plans there?
Yeah, I think if Apex Humper sees Chris pit, Apex will need to pit with the... I mean, if Chris can stay right behind Apex, I mean, he had to chase down... He chased down a bigger gap in race 1. So, yeah.
Yeah, I believe when Apex pitted, he had about 4 seconds on Chris. Somewhere between 3 and 4 seconds, and he only won by about 3.5, so... If Chris can stick with him, I think it's going to be a very close race if they both do the same strategies again. I also just want to point out that opening lap from Apex is insane. A 3:08.9. I think the opening lap of Div 2 was something around a 3:12. So that is insane pace. I think that's about the equivalent of a 3:02 or a 3:01 in a flying lap. Alright, we'll have a quick scoot through the field here. So we've got Stefko holding into 4th, Dale Teeks in 5th, and KZ currently sitting in 6th, not too far behind him.
And then in 7th we've got Tombo and Tombo's teammate Ando down there in 8th. And then we have Zuzu in 9th.
Yeah, then that's that battle of the spinners, really. The battle of the guys who are a bit out of place, unfortunately. Oh, the captain getting wild. Tate in 10th, Scooter in 11th, and the captain doing the little angry wiggle in 12th at the moment. He's looks to be struggling to hold on to that Jag at the moment. So, quite a big spread throughout the field for now. I think the closest we've got going at the moment is that battle for first between Apex and Chris, just under 6/10 now as Fixer Chris reels in that WRX with a bit of slipstream assistance.
Yeah, so Apex under a little bit more pressure in this race, so he might be maybe using a bit more tyre than he might have hoped, because he'll be pushing a little bit harder, I'd say.
Yeah, he's not getting away from Chris either, is the important part here. I think if Chris can manage to stay with Apex and not have to add a splash of fuel at his pit stop, it could change the whole thing as well. Because he did have to add about 6 litres of fuel in his pit stop.
Yeah, that is correct. So we know the racing IQ of Apex Humper as well, so he'll be doing the calculations. He'll know what he needs to do. But yeah, Chris is right up there and giving Apex a few headaches.
Yeah, it's not as much of a Sunday drive for Apex. He did say he was wearing his number 33 shirt tonight, so we'll see a little bit of Max Verstappen-esque defending maybe come out of him. He's not going to play nice. Having a look behind them, looks like these cars are starting to converge on each other. Stefco under a second now to Pure Axel, 1.2 seconds the gap back to Dale, and KZ at about a second back from Dale as well. So these four flirting with the slipstream of each other, but neither of them deciding to actually jump into it anyway. Oh, and down in 8th, Zoo has made his way past Tombo, Ando has made his way past Tombo, and Zoo is chasing down Ando. So it's all happening there. Tombo with a 310, so he's definitely had a mistake at some point.
Yeah, those McLarens not having a good run this weekend.
It's going to get even worse for them as they have the pack of Tate, Scooter and Captain very rapidly approaching their rear ends as well.
As Captain makes a move on Scooter 82, although Scooter closes the door.
Oh, Captain trying to stay in it on the shallow line, but just getting a little squirrely out of the corners in that Jag. And they're still side by side as they sweep through this left-hander. Captain takes the position eventually. And now 1.7 seconds, the gap up to Tate.
Yeah, that fighting between those two have let Tate run away a little bit.
Yeah, he did get very squirrely out of that last corner. Did Tate. That GT500 turbo kicks on like a very mad horse.
Yeah, Tate loves a bit of sideways action.
Yeah, I don't think this is the time where he's going to want it though, unfortunately. Those tyres are already in about as much danger as they could possibly be with him on controller. As he takes a little bit of a grass excursion, dirty tyres through this long sweeping right-hander as well. And just about a second the gap up to Tombo. Zoo and Ando side by side up ahead of them as well as they approach the chicane. Zoo makes the move cleanly, nothing Ando can do, tucks back in behind him as they both fly through the chicane at about 170, 180 kilometres an hour. So full commitment through that one.
Yeah, now only half a tenth between Tate and Tombo.
Yeah, really closing that gap is Tate. As they come through, I'm not sure how that Nissan handles the little bump in the road there. He looks like he's got a little squirrely, but we've seen plenty of that out of Tate tonight so far. A little bit of an update at the front of the field. 4.3 seconds the gap from Fixer Chris to Pure Axel. 3/10 the gap from Fixer Chris to Apex Humper. So Chris is starting to give Apex something to think about here. He's definitely putting a little bit of a pressure on him. We know Apex is about as cool as they come when it comes to racing and very rarely makes mistakes, but having Fixer Chris and a big old M6 behind you is definitely one of the courses that can make that a possibility.
Yeah, up there in 4th and 5th, we've got Dale closing the gap on DJ as well. Dale really putting in a good shift here tonight for Dam Racing.
Yeah, and you got to think about the fact that Dale's probably no stopping again as well, so he's essentially probably about 16, 17 seconds ahead of DJ Stefko on track. That tends to be about the pit loss time if you stop for just tyres. Another couple of seconds depending on how much fuel you might need. But Dale's setting a personal best first sector as Stefko runs out onto the dirt a little bit. That's not going to help, and that gap comes down under a quarter of a second. Dale probably could have looked for a move there, but decides against it. Stefko with some dirty tyres. Oh, he's done well to catch that. He has done very well to hold on to. Oh, and he's run wide in the next one for good measure. Yeah, there goes KZ as well, unfortunately, there for Stefko. Oh, he's done well to hold on to that one, though. I thought he was very well gone. Alright, let's check in with our kind of pack at the back end of the field. From about 9th onwards, we've got Tate leading the captain, followed by Tombo, who has Scooter closely following behind. So I'm sure Scooter will want to get by Tombo as quick as he can, as the captain's already pulled out about 8 tenths on him since getting by. He does take a little bit of a dirt excursion that time around, though, does Captain. Can he get a nice run on Tate here as well? I don't know about the top end speed of the Jag, but I know the Nissan was lacking a little bit when I had a good battle with Squiddy at Gardens, so see that time falling away under 4 tenths of a second now as the Jag's reeling him in. Not able to make anything happen as they approach the chicane. Again, through it at about 170 kilometers an hour. It's got to be absolutely terrifying to do that. Just behind them we see Scooter and Tombo very close together as well.
Yeah, all holding a line astern at the moment.
Yeah, Tate's getting just a good enough exit to be able to hold off the Jag throughout the straights that are around. And I would say about the same for Tombo there. Very interested to see who decides to pit on lap 4 here, as I feel that puts you at a disadvantage to pretty much everyone that stops on lap 5. But you do get the advantage of the undercut, which is worth about 2 seconds. So it's quite the ask, and Apex is pitted.
Yeah, pitted early as well.
So is he going for the undercut on Chris now? That's very interesting. Noticeably with 57% fuel as well, whereas Fix-It Chris is probably at about 52, 50-ish. So very interesting that Apex has decided to pit. No fuel needed out on fresh mediums that time around, and he is only about 15 seconds off the lead. So about a 16-second loss in total. That's a really fast stop from Apex.
Yeah, and Apex's time to perfect layers, he's come out in clear as well, so he doesn't have to, probably won't have to get past any back markers, which is good.
Yeah, and once he catches Dale, I'm sure there won't be too big of a fight there, so I'm sure Dale will just let him on by, and then he has plenty of time to chase down Pure Excellent Chris, who I think he's going to come out well ahead of, to the margin of probably about 4 seconds, if I had to guess. Having a little look back down through the field, Scooter and KZ 7th and 8th. So KZ has made his stop and has come out right behind Scooter, who I believe was sitting in about last place. And then you have DJ Stefko, who has just made their stop as well. 14 seconds to the rear of them. We have Tombo and the captain, who are fresh out the pits, as well as Tate not too far behind them. Tombo and the captain are side by side approaching the sweeping left-hander, so Tombo looking to give the captain a little bit. Oh, captain's run wide again! And back to 12th he goes, unfortunately. They're having a battle up ahead of them as well, Scooter and Stefko. Stefko pulling alongside. Scooter does have the slipstream of KZ, but the Yeetle has too much stonks on the straight as they pull in through the chicane here. Love to see the Yeetle taking positions like that. Oh, Scooter's on the grass. No, it was a bit of lag. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how he ended up on the grass there, but it's alright, all is well. Plenty of battles happening towards the back of the field with our drivers who were caught up in a little bit of drama early on. And Tombo defending that 10th position for his life. Taking a bit of grass, as does the captain behind him. Tate up the inside, under brakes. Very committed under brakes. He's gone a little wide. Oh, I thought we were about to see him in the fence. It's commonplace to see people come unstuck in the other layouts.
Yeah, Tombo did well not to hit Tate there. Tate was a bit slow out of that corner.
And then neck and neck through the next one. A little bit of contact side on side made between Tate and Tombo. Yeah, very, very nice move around the outside from Captain, and he's got a penalty for it. Oh, he's just having no luck, is the Captain. It'll be, I'm sure we'll be seeing some angry swerves coming out of him shortly as Fixer Chris and Purex will dive into the pits. Zuzu going for the one stop this time around as well. And unfortunately for Chris, Apex is already through turn 1 and on the run.
Yeah, so that undercut has given Apex about 7 seconds on Chris, because it was only about a second.
Yeah, that's huge. That's Fixer Chris did have to take fuel. I will say that, but that's absolutely huge. And that gap is probably going to grow for the first about half a lap until those mediums come up to temp as well. Having a look, a little scan through the field. The closest battle I think I see is 5th and 6th, KZ and Stefko, separated by about a second. See if Stefko can make up that time to that Z4 of KZ. We've seen great form out of the BMWs of the Scuderia team this season, notably Sekers filling in for KZ in that Z4 back in the Red Bull Ring round, which was pretty impressive effort there from Sekers. I'm sure we'll see him climb a division or two come the end of the season. I think he'd be about Div 2 pace I'd like to see him compete with.
Yeah, Sekers putting in a great shift for KZ. But DJ bringing the time down very quickly, only 3/10 away from KZ now. Through those high-speed corners, the Yeatle just looks so planted.
Absolutely, I'm just happy to see it out on track, and I'm sure the boss man Squiddy would be as well. As we know, he's a great big fan of the Yeatle. He has something for him. It just makes me happy to see it being used in the league, as I'm pretty sure that it has never been selected by a team in wheel-to-wheel history as Volkswagen. So it's a solid privateer pick for anyone out there that's considering joining. It's definitely one that could benefit yourself. Having a look at the front of the field, Apex has already done away with Dale and is 1.5 seconds to the clear. Fixer Chris 9.5 seconds behind Apex now. So, and that gap is not going to come down as easily as it did last time around. 2.4 seconds from Chris to Pure Axle could be interesting if Pure Axle can make up that time. And then behind them, we are back to KZ and Stefko doing really well in this battle for 5th here.
Yeah, DJ and KZ, real life friends. So we'll see if any elbows come out on track here tonight.
Yeah, it's I don't think they'll be pulling any punches. I haven't really seen them work together much, if we're honest. They're always butting heads pretty heavily when they're around each other on track. But KZ is going to have to pick up the pace if he wants to hold off Stefko. Last time around, a 3:03.7, while Stefko got a 3:03.1. I think Stefko's made a little bit of a mistake at the start of Sector 2 there, though, as he's dropped to about 8 tenths behind. See if I have a little scroll back through the field again. It looks like Tate and Ando have found themselves near each other again. Ando stopped at the end of 5, Tate at the end of 4, so could have the better tyre to be able to take advantage of this, and Ando will have the captain to deal with, who is trying his absolute darndest to have a good recovery drive and is just being beaten at every post. So
yeah, that Jag's looking worse for wear, that's for sure. So a few cars around here, they're Tate that Skyline. Definitely missing a bit of paint.
Yeah, on quite a few panels. There's Captain within about 6 tenths of Ando now, though. Oh, he's used every bit of curbing on the exit of that corner as well. Doesn't look like the Jag's got quite enough to take time out of him. It starts to chunk down a little bit as they approach the end of the straight here, but not much happening there, unfortunately, for the captain. He does close up every time they come through a couple of corners. So I'd definitely be expecting a move soon if he can keep it together. Oh, as he gets a little bit squirrely on the exit of the hairpin. And while we have a little bit of a quiet moment in the race here, I'd just like to give a quick mention to everyone that showed up and said g'day in the YouTube chat. Herbs, of course, being the first one. Mrs. Stefko, DJ Stefko's poked his nose in. Fixer Chris, Tate, all the Div 1 regulars have said g'day. Mrs. Dragon has said hello. We've got Expat in there, Oily, and Gimpman has just joined us as well. So big thank you to all of those guys. And I think I'm having a big old lag spike.
Yeah, or all the lobby's gone dead.
I hope not. Ooh, this is not a good sign.
Uh-oh.
That's a big uh-oh. That's what I get for thanking Gimpman, I think. And it's gone.
The lobby's dead.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Anyone know the protocols for this?
I'm not sure. Might just jump in the Div 1 chat, see what they want to do.
It still shows the lobby up for me, but now it's only Fixer Chris in there, so I'm assuming that's happened to everyone competing. Just wait for word from everyone. It does look like the lobby has crashed out for everyone. We'll just see if we're gonna fully re-rack them and stack them, or I mean, maybe we could even call it on their current positions there if they'd be happy. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a quick vote with the Div 1 drivers and see how they go. But while we wait for that to happen, maybe we give a quick run of the ads of our wonderful sponsors of Wheel to Wheel. While we figure this out there, Herbs, if you've got those ready.
Do you own a business needing new equipment? Or perhaps you're wanting a good set of wheels for that shiny new bike license? Maybe you're after that well-earned boat for retirement. Or you desperately need a new car or caravan for those family getaways? Get in touch with Jade Finance today.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately it looks like everyone has voted to call it on the positions at the time of the crash. Everyone's had a pretty long night. I believe the F1's starting in about 8 minutes, so we'll wrap it up there, but a quick run through the positions as I can see them here. It's going to be Apex in first, Dale Teeks in second, Fixer Chris in third, Pure Axel fourth, KZ fifth, DJ Stefko is going to take seventh, Scooter 82 in... Stefko sixth, Scooter 82 in seventh, Zuzu in eighth place. Following Zoo, it will be Tate in ninth, Ando 10th, Captain 11th, and Tombo in 12th place. So an unfortunate finish there with the lobby going down, but another win for Apex, second place for Dale, and Fixer Chris with a third place. So congratulations to those guys, and yeah, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but unfortunately these things happen in online racing, and I mean, we'll be back next week to do all over again, hopefully with the lobby not crashing, but yeah, these things happen.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for us next week. Next week we are at Deep Forest for our final Group 4 round of the season. 2 19-lappers around there, should be really interesting. And also keep an eye out for our Super Enduro. Our big event to finish off the season is going to be a Group 3 race at Trail Mountain for 46 laps. So keep an eye on the YouTube and on the Discord, and if you want to be a part of it, now's a good time to get in for the last couple of races, and we'll be prepping for Season 11, so definitely keep an eye out for that, and we hope to see you here next week. A big thank you to Adam here for joining me in the commentary box.
No worries, thanks, Dragon.
And big thank you to Herbs for doing the visuals as well.
My pleasure. Yeah, good night all.